Hey YouTubers, this is Robert from Genesis Healthy. Just got the new Omega 8006 juicer and just wanted to give you a lowdown on how it comes shipped. We got ours from QVC because we like the 3-payment option on it. A little bit more affordable because these are expensive juicers. But there's the box and I'll open it up. Alright, here's the Omega 8006 with the box opened. Everything looks well packaged, well put together. Well-designed boxing. Nothing looks damaged. And here is the Omega 8006 unpacked. Everything was undamaged, well packaged, well put together. Something of notice that I noticed as I was disassembling it. I like how the bins nest into each other for easy storage, and this goes in as well. They do include the strainer. On the homogenizer, something that I didn't really see on a lot of other videos out here is the inside. That is a stainless steel insert right in there, and it's those ridges are like I equate them to a type of rifling. But it's not rifle because it doesn't spin, but it's that kind of raised edge that's like rifling, and the edges are very sharp edged, which is what does the homogenizing and the cutting, rather than it going out through the juicing screen that would be on the regular screen. But I thought that was well made. It's stainless steel embedded into the plastic form, and also the regular juicing strainer. This is the newer type, which is the solid plastic first stage screen. Looks very strong, very tough. I think I like it better than the stainless steel one from what I've read from other reviews. And also on this one, inside, that is a stainless steel forming of the screen into the plastic. You can see where the black plastic, or the black whatever plastic this is called, some kind of high strength plastic, and then it is formed around the stainless steel insert, which has those cutting bars, cutting rifling or whatever, inside of it. The squeaking that you sometimes hear on the video, which on other videos, I couldn't quite understand where the squeaking was coming from, but that's these urethane type seals that are on this, and also there is a seal inside the mechanism where the shaft goes in. So that's probably what you're hearing squeaking when you hear it begin to juice it sometimes. Here's the new 8 times stronger auger. It looks very robust. Stainless steel shaft, and it looks quite formidable. You would not want to get your hand caught in that. You would juice your hand, to be sure. That looks quite formidable. Anyway, well packaged, well designed. Everything looks undamaged. Now to do the maiden juicing. One of the things that I also noticed on the other videos, specifically making nut milk and coconut milk and butters and whatnot, is this screen on this model. It tends to not do as well as like the Vert 330 because the fluids needed for, let's say, almond milk, for example, tends to go through this grate and make a watery almond milk. Now, looking at this, I've been thinking of a solution to make this better, because I know that the factory hasn't come out with anything yet, but something I'm pondering is this has a raised lip right around here. Eventually, I'm going to try to fabricate a little piece of foam or something to go and cover these holes right here, forcing the water that is dumped in with the almonds from draining right out through there initially, and forcing it into the cone, and doing the actual milking process, the homogenization of the, well, not even homogenization, the grinding of the almonds with the water to make milk. It does have a raised lip, and it looks like that could be doable. And the way it slides in there, looks like it supports it well right under there as well. Right under there. So I think that's an experiment that I may do in the future. Now, because I'm the kind of person that likes to know how things work and what makes one product better than another, you pay for the quality of this machine. One of the things I notice is interesting is there is the seal that goes around the auger. The auger's right there. The seal goes around it. That is what the dry pulp gets squeezed out through, right? That little tiny crack, which shows you how compressed that pulp is as it's juicing and as it's wasting the pulp. I wanted to show you that because I've never seen any close-up examinations of this of this juicer before, and wanted to share that. Here are some of the vegetables we're going to do on the maiden juicing of our Omega 8006. No real recipe here, just going to juice a little mix of everything that we're going to typically and normally put through here. We got celery, carrots, cucumber, Granny Smith apples, and over here we have some green spinach, and we'll put that through the juicer. Alright, it's making some initial noises. I'm noticing now that the cucumber I'm going to have to split down further because it won't fit in the slap, the chute. So these kind of juicers do require more prep than the centrifugal juicer that we have typically used. And it doesn't quite feed it in on its own. It'll sort of bounce it, but you give it a little push and it goes right in. We'll see how it handles the celery without cutting it down, because I have heard that you should really cut it because the celery strands tend to wrap themselves around the augers on some of the other ones. So we'll see how it handles that. And I just use the vegetable itself to push it on through. As you can see, the pulp is coming out pretty dry. Haven't really used the plunger at all yet. And even the apple won't go through the chute without being cut down more. So if there was any detraction on this juicer, it's that you have to cut down your vegetables more, and fruits, vegetables more than you would normally through a centrifugal, huge opening juicer.
Barbara, can I stop?
What?
Because I need to go.
Let me do the spinach here real quick. My wife has to go pick up my daughter at school, so she's my film associate. I'm going to jam this spinach in here. I find that with the plunger, just like I said, just like I did, give it a little hand pop rather than try to mash it down. Just give it a little tap and it'll go through. And there comes the spinach waste. It's definitely been eaten up. It's definitely not whole leaves. Our centrifugal juicer on spinach would come out sometimes with chunks of leaves, not even ground up. Alright, that's an example of the juicing. I'm going to continue juicing the rest of the vegetables, but no need to bore you with video of watching vegetables get masticated. Alright, I've finished the juicing of the vegetables and fruit as my test. One thing you'll notice, I did use the strainer that comes with this juicer, and you can see that it catches quite a bit of foam. There's the foam, and it doesn't look like too much debris, but definitely it's catching the foam. That's a foamy mixture there, and not sure if I like the foam or don't like the foam yet, since this is the first time I've used it. I'll experiment with it, but that is with the strainer, and that is the pulp that's left over. Extremely dry. I don't think you could squeeze much more moisture out of that stuff. Let's check out the juice. There's the juice. Alright, had to pause the video while I got a glass. Always helps to have the glass ready. Stir the juice up. And pour it in the glass without spilling it while trying to film at the same time. Alright. I would say it's an olive drab kind of looking juice. And let's give it a taste. Definitely no graininess. Very tasty. Easy to swallow without the foam. There's a little bit of foam that sticks to the edge of the glass. Very little foam on top. I think I like that foam remover strainer. I think that works pretty good. And there we go. Omega 8006 Masticating Juicer. This is Robert from Genesis Healthy, signing off.